Alright guys, welcome back to another random rated game between now mostly SY, but still China, versus exactly half and half, VN Suomi. So for Team VN Suomi, we'll have ACCM here in the purple as the Portuguese on the right flank, BacT in the orange as the Teutons in the pocket. Currently it's China 1-0 over Suomi Nam. Sorry, had to sneeze. Suonam? Suonam? Yeah, my bad, Panth. Anyway, Rubenstock will be the Grey Britons in the other pocket. And TheMax will be in the Cyan as the Saracens on the left flank. Other team, Team China, mostly SY with a sprinkling of Frantic. We'll have Fengxin in the green as the Japanese on the left flank. Licks in the yellow as the Vietnamese in the pocket. The Great Britons. Vivi in the blue as the Spanish in the other pocket. And finally, the Yo in the red as the Ethiopians on the right flank. So, definitely a mixed bag of civs all around. Looking at matchups as we are wont to do. Portuguese versus Ethiopians. Portuguese, I would say, are probably around the 10 mark for like top 10 civilizations. Like they're like 8, 9, 10, 11, somewhere in that ballpark, I would say. Whereas Ethiopians are like, you know, top 4. I think it's kind of hard to argue that in a 4v4 Arabia, you would put Ethiopians any lower than 5. Like, Ethiopians are a really good flank civ also. Licks lost a villager somewhere. I'm not sure where. I don't know. I just see the dead unit. Actually, Vivi did too. Nice going, guys. What did I miss in the last 4 minutes? Yeah. But yeah, Ethiopians, really, really, really strong flank civ. Just faster firing archers, fully upgraded arbalests, amazing siege, good stuff. Definitely Tobadog, definitely. Anyway, Portuguese, though, not half bad in their own right. Got fully upgraded arbalests. Have a good push, like a slow push in the late game with siege, organ guns, bombard towers, halberdiers, all that stuff. What is my most fave civ? I mean, it's always been Mongols, followed by Mayans. That has not changed in 15 years. Oh, on CBA. Oh. I don't know. Anyway, other flank. Japanese versus Saracens. Japanese, I'd probably put somewhere in like, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that area. Really solid. Not, I would say, like the tippy top, just because you do critically miss Siege Ram and a mid-game eco bonus. But they're still really strong. They have a very powerful men-at-arm rush if you choose to go for that. Tower rush going to be solid as well as a potential accompaniment. Saving the wood early on is quite nice. And Saracens, no, this was not free pick. All random civs, guaranteed. But yeah, Saracens, no eco bonus. You do have fully upgraded arbalests and siege rams, which is nice, but no eco bonus is kind of a bummer. Or military bonus. Anyway, pocket matchup. I'm so popular! Never mind, it was just a PayPal notification saying Bug'em had donated. Saracen's kind of a shit civ? Yeah. Unfortunately. Anyway, Britain pocket, terrible. Vietnamese pocket, still pretty terrible. I think we actually have to favor Vietnamese here, guys. Yeah. I mean, Vietnamese, yeah, they miss husbandry, but they do have bloodlines. Which I would argue bloodlines is more important than husbandry. And Vietnamese have way better counter-archers, funnily enough. And they have the potential for battle elephants in the late game. Yeah, I actually have to favor Vietnamese here, even if Britons do have a better boom.
Ella here wishes to kill something. The blood on Lahir's sword is almost dry. Do your worst, you English fop.
That's my favorite. Anyway, other pocket matchup, Spanish versus Teutons. Gotta favor Spanish. Not by, you know, an aggressively large margin. Teutons are a very strong pocket civilization. You have an excellent boom, owing to the cheaper farms. You do have paladins, although they do miss husbandry, which is a bit unfortunate. But still, otherwise fully upgraded paladins. Unfortunately, the Spanish do have fully upgraded paladins, including husbandry, and they have access to Spanish trade in the late game, which is obviously the single best team bonus. I do my best Y2K robot. Anyway, looks like the militia coming on in here for Yo. Men-at-Arm upgrade on the way. ACCM went for what appears to be a very quick archery range. And will likely be A-OK. Licks, this isn't your base. Definitely isn't your base. Licks did not want to play Vietnamese, apparently. And is actually going to be trusting BacT, who is not his pocket. Rubenstock's his pocket. But Rubenstock, I think, is going for a fast castle? It's kind of weird, though, right? Because he was up a little quickly for a fast castle. Yeah, not really sure. Oh, sorry. Ornlu is sleepy. And things seem to be at least relatively normal over here. Men-at-Arm rush here for Fengxin. Max does have a defensive watchtower, though. Oh! Archers pushing away the villagers. Actually, I think that tree was chopped, like, just in time. Tabenschwetti? Well, Tabenschwetti is a great name. I just got out of bed? No, I did not. I've actually been awake for, like, 2 hours. Really, Ferrati? Is that true? I think some good people over in Libya might have some problems with you. They also might have problems with having a functioning state, but, you know. You know, it happens. And I think it's hard to argue that the French influence in Egypt was greater than the British influence in Egypt. I hear a dead villager somewhere. I think these are Lix's villagers dying a very painful death stuck in this tower. Indeed, that is the case. Because, it's really hard to trust Teutons. Because Teutons build a defensive tower, and they garrison it with a bajillion villagers, laughing all around. Anyway. ACCM will be rebuilding his town center. And otherwise, he had been doing a great job defending. He had killed all of the men-at-arms, no problem. No, I was putting my face in my hands because the frickin' top-low move. Anyway, BacT, excellent job defending as well. It seems like China's in an absolutely horrible spot. Despite ACCM going full top-low. Oh wait, Vivi's going FC Conks? What the hell? BacT lolling. Like, what even is this silliness? Funnily enough, despite literally deleting his town center, ACCM's villager count isn't that bad. It's still way higher than Lix's. He's only a couple of vills behind Yo, even.
Being rushed.
But remember, guys, it's even worse for ACCM because, remember, he's Portuguese. His entire team has cartography from the very beginning of the game, so his entire team could see him top-low right there. Why Attila the Hun is one of your favorite hero units? I do not know. Because he's an infantry unit, technically? Oh god. TheMax is building mining camps over here, because now he's, I guess, counter-trushing Lix? And Rubenstock's here with some crossbowmen? This game is so weird! Why are these games so weird? What's Fengxin doing then? He seems alright. Guess they're just trying to team wall right now, but it's kind of, trying to close the barn after the horses are out, you know? I thought it was a cataphract, technically? Nope. Attila takes bonus damage from hand cannoneers. You just don't encounter hand cannoneers in the Attila campaign because, you know, time frames. Oh, and Ferrati, that is the very definition of civilization according to European colonizers. Fair point, Elliot Archer, fair point. Anyway, Lix is standing by the old Ornlu adage, if at first you don't succeed, trush again. And Vivi coming in here as well. I mean, BacT is under an absolutely massive amount of pressure, whereas Vivi's just going full AFK boom mode. Well, I mean, he's only on 2 TCs right now, but I mean, he's just chilling. Actually losing a couple vills, maybe, but whatever. You watched my Trush Wreck? You think I caught a disease watching it? I told you, it was like the most Ornlu game of all Ornlu games. Omelette-y. Hey, Xerxes.
Yes.
Yep. You bet, Panth. I was down like 30 vills at one point. It's like 5 minutes later to Castle Age. But with the power of sitting on my butt and booming, you can accomplish anything. I am living proof that anybody can be 1800 Voobly. It looks like Rubenstock came in here and is denying the 3rd TC of Vivi. And in general, I think Britons actually have a very nice matchup against Spanish. Just because the extra range on your crossbows really makes it that much easier to snipe conquistadors. And because your boom is so strong, you can fend off the conquistadors while getting a huge economy yourself. There you go, Pam. All you need to do is hit the bank villager button. Yeah, me and Jupi are the around the same skill level. Although he's probably better than me in team games. Yo, he has a lot of crossbows, though. Yo hasn't been under a ton of pressure, but he never really did anything especially greedy. He's still only on the 1 TC, as you guys can see. But yeah, he has a lot of very well upgraded crossbowmen right here. Oh no. Yo, even garrisoning his crossbowman into Lix's tower right there. That's a cute little move, just to ensure they had the extra range to deny the TC. Exactly, Trirem. Vivi rounding out his crossbow techs. Looks like Rubenstock. Honestly, Rubenstock's, he's kind of everywhere with these crossbowmen, man. He's denied this TC as well from Fengxin. He's doing quite a lot of work, and I guess if you're Britons in pocket, and you're going for crossbowmen, and you're not on the defensive, you're doing great. Your economy's really strong. You can see Rubenstock actually almost has as many villagers as does Vivi, who went for an FC. Can you do a video if it's good to garrison archers? I mean, it is. It definitely is. Calling Fengxin Fengxin? No, it's Fengxin. But apparently I'm Spirit of the Law. That would be a short video? Yes! Straight to the point. The Ornlu way. No rambling on this channel. No talking around an issue without ever specifically addressing it. Nope, not in these parts. Man, Rubenstock's still killing shit, what the hell? Guys, Rubenstock has 42 kills to 15 deaths. He's just chilling, running around with crossbows, sniping everything. Max has pretty much just been left to his own devices. Been going for like something of a siege and monk push, but honestly it hasn't had to do that much because Rubenstock's just killed everything. Decent attack round attempt there from BacT, but Vivi not quite there. ACCM under plenty of pressure, but actually still has a better economy than does Yo, who is still only on the 1 TC? No, he's just added on a second one, but very slow in doing so. The thing is, Yo hasn't really ever had to sacrifice any army, so his actual army and upgrades and stuff are excellent. Enjoy Spirit of the Law's video? I mean, I always watch Spirit of the Law videos. I think they're very well done. And I think they're fun. Ripperino. Ruben will also be our first spear to click up to Imp, man. I mean, he's doing work. He's in Lix's base as well? What the hell? ACCM getting guard tower. Which honestly would be really good because he's defending against a big mangonel play from Vivi. Guard tower is just so strong in dealing with heavy mangonel pushes. still think Northern team's in a really rough spot if they can't make something happen soon. And it's going to be hard to make anything happen into ACCM, just because he has those guard towers to defend. BacT as well. It's probably in a little bit of a weaker spot, but he does have a lot of watchtowers. And then it seems like Fengxin and Lix are just totally going to be falling apart over here. Orn Luzak in the escape chat? Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I don't see how in any way I sound like Zero Empires. Also, what the hell is this, guys? This is a Tim Castle right here. I mean, it's not even a Tim Castle. Like, Tim Castles are just destroyed instantly. Like, this isn't destroyed instantly, but it's just never gonna happen, man. Oh, I have a very British accent. I'm so posh. Yeah, that ain't happening, Lix, my man. Looks like a lot of Rubenstock's crossbowmen have finally been cleaned up, but now that he's an imp, I don't see what's stopping him anytime soon. Funnily enough, if Lix only played Age of Empires, that's Fengxin. If Lix only played Age of Empires and got up to like rattan archers, like there is nothing that Britons can do against rattan archers. Did you come to a decision about Mangro Shallows Cup? Yeah, so Tato. So I've had a conversation with most of the other big streamers. I've had a conversation with the big streamers, and I was just kind of there for the food. And Tato is bringing our concerns to Mem today, so we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, last time I checked, it's kind of hard to make crossbowmen work against arbalests. Yeah, Max certainly does like his forward TCs. Yeah. Hopefully something can be done. Ooh, look at these guard towers, guys. I like the way the guard towers here look, and you don't ever really get to see them that often. They also have the little spikes on them. Pleb mod. Naturally. You know, it would really help the Max if he had a madrasa. You know, to recuperate some of that monk value once they're lost. Really an amazing unique tech, all things considered. No, it's not. Oh, hey, Yo got a forward castle down. And he's getting Bracer and Arbalest on the way, but just really hasn't been able to be too effective with his army. Like, he had a really big army for a while, but just never really got the damage done. Forward ranges for Rubenstock, obviously pretty necessary as the Briton foot archers are very slow. Whoa, this is a castle for Yo. Rubenstock is here with Arbalests. I feel like this is probably not going to happen. Tower is currently being rushed up by our Teuton player. Well, castle's getting closer. Arbalest's only just now arriving, but we're still not at 2/3. Okay, we just hit 2/3. Gotta focus the villagers. There we go. With ACCM coming in from the north, that is definitely not going to happen. This is now officially a bona fide doubt castle. It's like 7v1! Oh, BacT. Gotta love it, man. Seven v one. Freaking classic.
Being rushed.
And what's Vivi doing? He hasn't really been doing anything for a while. Just kind of had his conquistadors. He switched over into paladins yet? Well, he's at Cavalier. He's got +4 defense. Got paladin just now started. And as far as fully upgraded arbalests go, it's just a matter if the Briton player can maintain his range advantage over Ethiopians, because once Ethiopians close the distance, they'll have like around 30% faster fire rate and perfect accuracy, and they'll actually just shred through Briton arbalests. Yeah, this is where it's kind of unfortunate that Britons lack thumb ring. Cavalier on the way for BacT, though.
Oh my god. SAR's new unique tech, Jihad Warrior, petards plus 40 horsepower plus 750
Horsepower?
damage.
HP is
Blast
horsepower?
radius 2 tiles. Imperial UT, Jihad Camel. A
Oh my
petard
god.
mounted on a camel, 120 horsepower. 80 base attack plus 1600 versus buildings plus 500 building damage versus European civs. Praise our God Reaper.
Man, I mean, I think it's pretty impressive that a camel has 120 horsepower. I mean, obviously camels are bigger than horses, but those are some beefy fucking camels, man. I mean, that is a lot of horsepower. Max is going full monks, because why not? But monks into guard tower is kind of a bummer. Does Max have Madrasa? He does have a castle. No, he doesn't! What the hell, man? Max, what are you doing? You're not taking advantage of the amazing Saracen unique tech. He has a castle, man. He could get it. What does it do? It makes, when monks die, it returns 33% of their gold cost, so you get 33 gold back when the monk dies. Oh, is it only 30? I thought it was at least get that extra 3 gold. Yeah, you get 33 gold. But the monk has to actually die. So it's like, it makes a bad situation slightly less bad. Which is obviously not especially useful in almost all circumstances. However, ACCM, speaking of things that are dead, seems pretty dead. Yo and Vivi have finally started to make something happen over here. And I don't really see how BacT can possibly stand up to this. I mean, Vivi's got fully upgraded paladins over here. Yo's got fully upgraded Ethiopian arbalests. Honestly, this game is starting to look a lot closer. Why is there a forward TC here for Rubenstock? That doesn't make any sense. The problem is, though, Fengxin and Lix are, like, really dead. They're both still in Castle Age. That's how dead they are. And that means Vivi's gonna be getting pushed, like, right now. And can Vivi simultaneously defend while pushing down BacT? It's gonna be really hard. That's for a certainty. BacT's got keeps, guys. He's got keeps, he's got halberdiers. He's got just a few defensive arbalests from Rubenstock. I mean, Teutons are a really strong defensive sib.
Wood, please.
Ruben continuing to push forward this way with TheMax. Who already has 20 trade carts, by the way. Hey, Zally. Looks like China's establishing trade up over on this axis. Suomi Nam is doing it on the south of the map. Still waiting for the Max to build an army, because actually... Oh, there we go, heavy camel on the way for the Max, because Mamelukes would do really well. I don't even know why he's going for heavy camel. I would just go for elite Mameluke.
Wood, please.
Tsunami? Oh, that's great. Looks like yellow is almost dead. I mean, Lix has been dead for most of this game. Vivi's getting Bombard Tower, though. He's trying, man. How's the push over here coming? It's still coming, but very slowly. BacT has a lot of halberdiers. Not that those are especially useful versus arbalests. But Briton Arbs are obviously very nice defensively, as you can really poke away at your opponent's arbalests. Looks like yellow is almost dead. I don't get it. Sorry. No need halb. Any clans in this game? I mean, it's Tsunami versus China. Shrub War Abound. Max does have siege engineers, which is always nice to see. Oh god, Lix is doing it. He's getting Imp Skirm. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Looks like... Dadgone. No, that was a good one, Ellie Archer. I just totally whooshed over my head. Yeah, Monks versus Arbalests is pretty bad. They will perform better versus the Paladins, though. But I think Vivi has Heresy. As I don't see any Cyan Paladins. So, almost certainly has Heresy. And there goes all of the Max's Monks to the Arbs of Yo. Because now even switching into Onagers as well, I mean... This is like Yo and Vivi saying, we are not allowed to lose this game, people. And I mean, Yo and Vivi are two pretty damn strong players. I mean, Yo especially, I think, is just an absolute monster in post-imp. BacT getting SO, though. Max coming in with Mameluke. We're really seeing the full array of stuff in this game that these civs have to offer, which is always nice. Rubenstock's getting pushed back, guys. Team China just took the score lead. Frantic and Heresy. Lol. Damn. Hold on, guys. Ruben and Max really are starting to fizzle out.
Sodium atomic number 11 was first isolated by Humphrey Davy in 1807. A chemical component of salt, he named it Na in honor of the saltiest region on Earth, North America. My belly is huge. My brain has delay. You guessed IT right. I'm from Na. Be lulgum.
God damn it, man. Frickin' classic. But yeah, Yo has SO on the way himself. Damn. Could you be starting to push back with some Bombard Towers? Guys, BacT is the only one who's in an especially good position right now for Team Suomi Nam. Max is in like an okay spot, but doesn't really have much of an army. Like as far as like actual good infrastructure is concerned. He's still missing zealotry, for instance. BacT only really has halberdiers to offer. Oh boy. Fully upgraded SOs, well actually, BacT is missing Ironclad, but SOs do beat Onagers quite easily. Yo, a little bit of a mistake engaging before the Siege Hunter upgrade is in. We look to our red player's POV, and I'm honestly totally being blown away by Yo just clicking and just smashing through ACCM, and with the help of Vivi, just trying to hold down this game for Team China. Bombard Cannon did snipe the SO right there. Castle will stay alive for our red player. Let's check real quick to see if Torsion Engines is in. Not quite yet. It is a very expensive upgrade. And Yo has 0 trade cards. Will probably need some slinging assistance from his teammates. Lix is actually back up to 200 pop. And actually, Lix in yellow reminds me of that one SY versus AM game on... It was Middle East 3v3. It was on, I think it was Hideout? Yeah, it was on Hideout. And like, Lix was slinging, and then he was like really dead. And then like 2 hours into the game, Lix just like came out of nowhere and just killed everybody. No, Vivi was Fast Castle Conks, so it was like almost an AFK boom. But holy crap. Oh, that's good, Trirome. That's a good one from Dave. Yeah, Lix was Turks in that game. Nice memory misclick. But yeah, I mean, you can tell that you don't mess around with a lot of these players in Imp. Like Lix, Yo, then Vivi, BacT as well. BacT is an absolutely insane post-imp player. Of course, TheMax. A lot of good post-imp people in this game. Paper money! Oh my god, Lix is doing it! Crap, that's Fengxin. He did it! He researched paper money! Oh my god. We've seen it, guys. Oh my god. It's also, Vivi's now the second player to be researching arrow slits, despite having 0 keeps. He might be thinking arrow slits affects bombard towers. It does not. Yo also has torsion engines now, so I am looking for some big bada booms. Of course, Halberdier makes a natural accompaniment to these archers and skirmishers. We saw our first Fatoria today in an actual, 2K3 plus game. We saw paper money as well. I'm glad I decided to do this extra bonus stream today. Whoa, big raid here from TheMax. He has fully upgraded elite Mamelukes and heavy camels. These guys could certainly tear some stuff up. Man, this game is actually still too close to call. Everyone except ACCM has kind of bounced back in terms of population. Of course, we have to imagine that the Spanish trade bonus is really going to be beneficial. It's our third player researching arrow slits right now. But guys, these are fully upgraded Ethiopian siege onagers. I just want. Oh, there we go. Not bad. Give me two. Give me two. Oh. Oh, I'm like a kid in a candy store, man. Just the brutality. Oh, God. Oh, I love Ethiopians, man. That was great. I mean, Ethiopian SOs, they're real good, guys. Gonna tear through these towers as well. Oh man, Yo's now also switching into freaking Shotel warriors. Yeah, guys, Torsion Engines is real good. You have Shotels too to potentially snipe enemy villagers or TCs or markets. I think Ethiopians, like would I go so far as to say Ethiopians are #1 flank civ? I don't think you can decisively say that. But I would say Ethiopians, Mayans, and Britons are all top 3. Depending on what you want. With Ethiopians offering by far the most in the post-Imperial Age. Oh! Even just a generic SO from BacT right there, making it happen. Vivi's getting murder holes before he's getting, Bodkin Arrow. Oh god, did ACCM get Arquebus? I mean, ACCM was the first player ever in a pro game to research the Karak upgrade. Shotels obviously will do very poorly against Arbalests, but they are going to do amazing at sniping some SOs. Yo is just continuing to push right here, though, with the help of Vivi and his Bombard Towers and Paladins. Meanwhile, over on this side, man, this game has just really become quite epic after being so weird. Car rack. A rack of cars. Oh no.
2 years ago I was playing a TG with Klevskis and Fengxin. When Klevskis asked how old are you, he responded me 32. Me big old. From that day Fengxin was big old for me. Me big nomad, me no food. You go kill. Strat. Me go win. Pring ping long dong hoang.
Oh goddamn. Big old. That's a great name. That is a great name. Gotta love the Chinese broken English. God damn it. I hope there isn't a drop. I hope this is just a normal pause. I mean, BacT is in the game. Also like how TheMax just has 3 relics. Just cuz. Your donation broke Voobly. Ripperino. Looks like some heavy camels and Mamelukes are in the trade here for TheMax. It's 58 trade carts. Vivi actually has 66. Holy shit. Yeah, Vivi's got plenty of resources. Yo does as well. Might want to sling some over to Licks. But then again, I mean, we got fully upgraded elite Mamelukes and siege onagers. Fengxin is contributing some Japanese halberdiers, which is about as good as you could hope for at this point from him. What is Rubenstock doing? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just mostly Arbs and Halbs from him. Up. There we go. ACCM got Arquebus, though. He only has 1 castle, though, so no real good organ gun production possible. BacT now has Paladin on the way as well. This game is close, guys. But more torsion engine SOs. And this is a lot of halberdiers. More camels in the trade line by the Max, though. Will be cleaned up eventually. Ruben needs trebs. Yeah, some Ornlua Warwolf trebs. Would be quite good, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Of course it was backed. Of course it was backed. Why did we even have to consider? Oh god, here come the torsion engine SOs! Paladins streaming in, but that's a lot of halberdiers they're running into. Oh man. Oh, the humanity. But I think there's just too much stuff here for Rubenstock, ACCM, BacT. I mean, there's essentially 3 players right here. Now BacT is actually the one with very low population. And the ACCM's castle still stands, even has fortified wall. Yeah, Warwolf Trebs are actually really good. They are amazing against arbalests and skirmishers and any other sort of ranged unit that clumps up, and at killing bombard cannons and SOs and the like. Looks like Fengxin's trying to get some conversions onto some SOs, which isn't too bad of an idea. Bombard towers coming in from Lix, fully upgraded Yasuma keeps from Fengxin as well. Like, this game has it all, guys. Who food?
Yes.
And it was useless. That was the same exact game that that Lix had the crazy play
Yes.
as Turks. But in that situation, the Warwolf Trebs were really bad because AM's strategy was based around quickly rushing down SY. That is not what Warwolf Trebs or Britons in general are good at. Britons are good at the sort of slow push. You just kind of grind down your opponent with cost efficiency. So in that situation, they were not good. But here, very much the same sort of idea. But now Lix, guys, Lix is coming back. Lix is back. He's like Jordan. He's got bombard towers, bombard cannons, ton of arbalests. That... Oh! It's gonna get one more hit off! Nice. A lot of people's populations are getting lower and lower, except, funnily enough, Rubenstock and ACCM. China now starting to get pushed back once again.
Yes.
Looks like mostly ARBs still here from purple. Backed with some Paladinos. Don't see any massive raids going on in the trade lines. Yeah, now Lix is starting to push back, guys. Why does Lix do this? Coming online a freaking hour into the game. Trade numbers for China? Yeah, really, really low. But remember, guys, they do have Spanish trade. They don't need as many trade carts. Do I still think their trade counts are a little on the low side? Yes. But, you know, you have to essentially add another 25% to each of these players' trade numbers. Also, hey, Sikaner Pack? Sikaner Pack?
Gold, please.
course, lots and lots of walls. But Team Tsunami starting to push back on this side. Yo seeming to kind of struggle to find an answer to all this. Big Paladin counterattack right here with some support of ACCM's Arbalasts. This could be big. But Lix is still continuing to push on this side as well. Oh, that's a huge onager hit from Max, though. That was like a Kobe onager hit. Here comes the Max with his army of various cavalry units. Oh, Japanese halbs are going to do work against them, though. But that's, of course, what Rubenstock is here for, the support. Looks like the Paladin counterattack has been largely deflected by Vivi. Man, this game's epic. The good old Yasuma keeps, man. Look at this. They two-shot Arbalasts. What the hell? I think, if possible... Okay, so I think that for this stage in the game, both teams are kind of struggling to end the game because of an over-reliance on Arbalasts and Halberdiers. As opposed to those sort of, like, meaty power units in post-Imperial Age that a lot of these civs do have access to. And I think that's kind of been why they've been struggling to close out games, because the Siege Onager defense has just been so strong, as so many of these civs do have access to that powerful unit. But Paladins and Arbalasts, they're not really good game enders. Paladins much more so than Arbalasts. Regardless, though, Yo's going to need to scrounge up something of a defense. They still have a long ways to push through. But like I was saying, ACCM would probably be beneficial to get onto organ guns. Should go full Halb BBC. I think you should add in organ guns with BBC. Leave the Halbs to Britons. And Teutons. You know, like, Lix should be on maybe getting towards Battle Elephants. It's kind of tricky, though, because you're against Saracens, maybe Rattan Archers. Yeah, I mean, you'd want more than one castle, though. I mean, Mac's getting a Bombard Tower. They have stone, apparently. I mean, this is a lot of Bombard Cannons from Lix, guys. How many is that? Like 12? Of course, the Japanese Halb support is just going to be tearing through these camels, man. Kind of like both teams are pretty successfully pushing on a side. Yo trying to mount something of a defense right now. But he needs some support from Vivi, and Vivi's just kind of being pulled everywhere. Whoa, these could be some very exposed Siege Onagers, though. Oh! Uphill shots, of course. But still, these are going to be some disastrous SO hits for Yo. Arquebus now coming in for ACCM. That's going to help a lot with his Bombard Cannons. If he has them. Lix, though, pushing on his side as well. I don't think that elite Mamelukes will be enough to tear through all of these foot archers. Ruben's got some arbalests to defend, but not that many. Getting elite longbowmen, interestingly. Oh yeah, for sure though, Noella. This is epic. Might even upload this one to YouTube. Onager's doing work, and Lix's numbers are looking a little bit lower over here. A siege tower? What? That had to have been a misclick. That doesn't make any sense otherwise. Whoa, that's a lot of paladins from Vivi, though. Halb's reinforcements from Rubenstock are coming in, though. Oh, did I see some Warwolf Trebs? I saw some Warwolf Trebs, guys! Warwolf Trebs! Poggers! Oh man, this game has it all. What, Vivi's average viewer number? What do you mean, Wazor? I don't think DoYu releases that stuff. Or whatever streaming platform they use. I'm pretty sure it's DoYu. A lot of paladins, though. Looks like BacT's numbers are kind of getting cleaned up over here. Game lacked Madrasa? Yeah, that's true. There was no Madrasa. SMH. ACCM coming in with Bombard Towers, though. If only these were African Kingdom's launch Bombard Towers. Oh, Ripperino McPalmenheim. Curse his dinner. Bye-bye. Oh, Besso, onto the Bombard Cannons! Oh, those are some nice hits, killing 3 of them. Free food. Can't complain. Yeah, it really looks like Team Tsunami starting to really take it right now. But just as I say that, so many paladins are flooding into all of these siege onagers. The thing is, Tsunami is just replacing all their resources like instantly. Or replacing their units, rather. Most of them are closing in on 200 pop. You can see Lix is a little bit low right now. Even getting Faith. Fengxin's going into Champions. What a game. Here are the barracks. Looks like a big raid here from Vivi. Remember guys, wood is going to be an issue, if it's not already. This wood in the middle is probably very important, and people's only source of wood income. And that's all going down the tubes from this raid from Vivi. What is everyone else's wood income looking like? Don't think much. There is still a decent-ish amount of wood over here. Actually, there's plenty of wood over in this corner. And even a gold mine. So we're not totally out just yet. At least not for Tsunami. China is going to be running dry pretty soon. Very soon, actually. They're pretty heavily lacking for wood. The good old Yasuma keep rush onto the wood line. Look at this. 2 OP, man. 2-shotting villagers. Beautiful. Max coming in here once again. That's a lot of very exposed bombard cannons, guys. These bombard cannons have been the backbone of Lix's army, Max spreading out his cavalry just to make sure there is no escape. Lix is switching over into elite battle elephants. I was wondering if and when he would make this transition, but oh man, losing all of those bombard cannons is so painful. Wait, men-at-arms for Lix? What? Rubenstock pushing with these Ornlua Warwolf trebs, man. Oh man, and the elephants are running right into halberdiers. That just does not seem like a successful strategy. Yo and Vivi are doing their damnedest to hold on, though. Really gotta give a lot of credit to them for this game. Because, like, in mid-game, it looked like an absolute disaster for Lix and Fengxin. But Yo and Vivi really, really helped hold things down.
Yes.
Halb smack Ellies? They do. Kotex has taught us many things, Ensign Toast. The power of the Saracen team bonus! Helping these arbs to chew through the buildings. Why is this game still going on? Because it's really close. Random elite longbowmen, because why not? SO raid the woodline, just destroy the trees. The most value. Look at all these villagers, they just need a woodline to chop. I guess the champions are just anti-halberdier. Metal elephants only missing +4 defense, which doesn't really matter versus the halbs, but the halbs are just so damn strong versus elephants, man. This is definitely a Kotex moment from the other day. If you guys remember, Kotex was also Vietnamese, and he also had a bunch of elite battle elephants, and they just all melted the halberdiers. Oh man. Yep, elephants literally melt. The melting point of elephants is 1 halberdier. It's a new unit of temperature measurement. Oh my god, Vivi's going for Inquisition too! What even is this game? Beautiful. But things are looking, I think, worse and worse and worse for Team China. Big paladin flood in here from BacT. Vivi's trying to catch up with his own paladins. But this should be able to get something done. Yeah, I don't really see Lix being able to push into this many halbs from Rubenstock. And I think just slowly but surely we have the max coming in. Fengxin's trying to mount a defense with some heavy cav archers, but they're not going to do that well against Siege Onager Mameluke. I'm not sold. BacT coming in with these good old Teuton keeps. Oh god, Lix is trying though. He's got Arab Battle Elephant, which is a terrifying army comp unless you're running the Arbs into Siege Onagers. Oh no! If all these elephants grouped up, the Siege Onagers, they won't be like destroying all the elephants, but they'll be doing plenty of damage to them. You know, taking out a good half of their HP. Wait, Vivi's researching herbal medicine? When is the last time you guys have seen herbal medicine researched by a non-Aztec player? ACCM's doing it too? What? Yeah, of course they can outrun elephants, because Vietnamese elephants lack husbandry as well. Oh, Monk's trying to get the splits off. Wait a minute, wait a minute. We're in a world where herbal medicine is being researched by non-Aztec players. What? Why?
Gold, please.
Fengxin's making a lot of keeps here in defense, which are going to be great in terms of defending the trade lines. As unlike bombard towers, keeps will be able to shoot fast-moving cavalry units. Well, at least much more consistently. A little bit of a stalemate right now. Seems like both teams just taking a bit of a moment to breathe. Except TheMax, who just... If there has been one constant in the last 10 minutes game time, it's that TheMax has been pushing. And it just hasn't been stopped. He tore through Fengxin. Now it's time for Lix to not defend because he's getting killed by SOs. And yeah, I don't think TheMax is going to get stopped anytime soon. And he has just been absolutely on a tear. Once he stopped messing around with just full-on monk mode and went into the actual Saracen late game, Max showing that the Saracen late game, it's not, you know, the best in the world, but it is still very, very strong. Castle coming in as well, but that is a lot of trebuchets that those paladins were able to snipe, but that is also a lot of paladins that had to die in the process of sniping the trebuchets. Ruben's here as well with a few arbalests, just to help out against any potential halberdiers, I assume. And I think this is just not looking good here for Team China. Yo's massing something of an army over here, but probably needs to use it to help out his teammate Lix, losing even more arbalests. How many arbs can die? Way too many, man. Way too many. Castle has been established here for TheMax, coming in with some siege rams, siege onagers, trebuchets, the whole works. And guys, look at this. The markets are within one screen. Bombard towers being hastily built to just try and save this trade line, but in any team game that goes longer than like an hour and 15 minutes, the game only ends when the trade line is destroyed, interrupted, and or otherwise rendered useless. Looks like a bit of a pause. BacT coming in here with another Paladin raid, but honestly, the ACCM keeps are going to do a lot of work in terms of defending. Look at these things, guys! You don't mess around with the ACCM keeps. I mean, these are full upgrade Paladins. I guess you're going for the markets, but I don't think Paladins can take down a market that quickly. Unless they are out of range, in which case, then yeah, they'll do just fine. Which does appear to be the case. At least most of them are out of range. Lix even coming in with a defensive castle as well. It's just not going to be enough, I feel. The markets are going to go down. I think that Team Tsunami has this. Really just showing a masterclass in post-imp play. Yo has a ton of show tells. Still actually missing a decent amount of upgrades on them, missing +2 and +4. But the Showtails will tear through halberdiers. Here come the Trebs, guys. They know what the target is. It's not the castle, it is not the bombard towers, it is the markets. Because once those markets die, so does Team China. Actually, no, they are going for the castle. Well, I guess the idea is, even if you kill these markets, there are still going to be all these markets. But, oh, is something happening in the south? No, there's still markets here for Yo. Not sure why those trade carts are not going anywhere. Yikes. This is just, I think, way too much here from the Max. I wonder how much is 3 relics, because Max has had like 3 relics all game long. And I wonder if, like, how much a difference that made in terms of overall gold income. Obviously, we'll see the achievements after this game is over, and I do think that it will end in a Team Tsunami victory, almost certainly. But yeah, nothing's gonna stop these Mamelukes. Markets are going down, and I don't really think that Team China is gonna have any hope in this game. It's not like they're pushing heavily on this side either. Although that was a pretty nice SO hit from Yo. Good old torsion engines, man. But man, this is a lot of hand cannons and longbows coming in to bear as well. But I guess what you want is just a bunch of halberdiers, not really the other units. Rubenstock a little bit of miss micro right there. Well, hold on. Vivi coming back with the support of, I think this is Fengxin? Yeah, some good old Japanese halbs. Most of the Mamluks just kind of got torn through right there. Still no heavy siege brought to bear, though. So this castle's kind of like the anchor in this push for the Max. And possibly that means that Team China might be falling apart in the south, and that very much seems to be the case. You've got ACCM with a bunch of monks and hand cannoneers, Rubenstock with a bunch of halberdiers, and BacT here with the siege and paladins. Yikes. This is not going to be easy to stop whatsoever. Bunch of elite showtells for Yo. Still missing those blacksmith upgrades, man. But yeah, if these trebuchets can get up on this hill, that's going to be really tricky for China to stop. High Treb Castle, let's go big hill. That's pretty much just what I was saying. But Flick's starting to work away at this castle from the Max. More keeps being established by Fengxin. See if Tsunami can take this hill decisively, and it looks like they can. All of that effort required to stop the Max in the north means that the southern side has been left at least somewhat vulnerable, and this is just absolute massacre. What are your elite Shotel warriors going to do against arquebus hand cannons and longbowmen? These guys are just going to get mowed down. And that's it. GG, guys. China calls it. Damn. In just a normal rated game, that was the best game I have seen in a really long time. Good shit. Like, especially props to Max, BacT, Vivi, and Yo. I think those 4 players in particular, the 2 top score peoples on each team, really kind of held down their teams when the others were dying. But obviously, really well played all around. Yeah, Ruben did a really good job in the early game. Honestly, I think every single player had a time in the game where they really were shining. Except kind of Fengxin, unfortunately. But other than that, everyone else kind of had a player, or had a time when they were just doing really, really well. Though ultimately, I think that the single best performer, you got to give it to BacT. Not BacT. TheMax. I was hovering over Max and said BacT for some reason. No. Sorry, BacT. You did really, really well, but obviously got to give it to Max. Just absolutely bonkers good. ACCM's highlight was deleting his DC. Amazing kill death ratio for Max. 76 units converted too. Vivi obviously played really, really well though. 7k gold from those 3 relics. That's, I think, worthwhile. Yeah, I think I will be uploading that one to